Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the staff and management Pan Pacific Nirwana Bali Resort, we would like to welcome you once again at our resort. This morning I have presented Kechat and Barongden for you to bless you and have a success event here in Bali. Okay, this is the special monkey for you. Okay, again, thank you very much and have a success conference with us. Thank you.
enjoyable night last night?
Yes, thank you.
Can't really hear. What? Yes? Well done. Laurel has consistently, Laurel has consulted globally to many organisations, including the Singaporean government, the Middle East Broadcasting. In our region, she's consulted for Westpac, Sony, the state and federal governments. She's the CEO of the Community Group, which manage massive gaming and online communications, including Facebook and forums for reality TV, such as Junior MasterChef. Since 2005, Laurel has been teaching online communication and community at the University of Sydney.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for inviting me here. It's brilliant. I'd like to start by a little exercise for all of you here. And you have about 5 minutes to complete this. I'd like each table to come up with a tribe name. Your tribe. And be careful because the table next to you is the enemy tribe. Okay? When you come up with your tribe name, I also like you to come up with one question that you had around social media. Perhaps it's about Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or Instagram, just social media in general. It can be any question, but the tribe has to agree on what the most important question is.
You can stand up and pass it to the next table, but you cannot give it to me. You're doing more than your fair share of work. Any more?
People have checked in. The check-ins is great, really good. That means that when people are sitting in the chair, they're checking in and telling their friends, I'm at the hairdresser's. That warns their friends that they have to tell them, oh, have you had your hair cut? It looks really nice. Instead of you doing the usual missing it, especially if you're my partner. And the other thing is, they live in a particular area, they know other people around them. When we look at swarming behaviour, tribal behaviour, the majority, the cluster of someone's friends are physically close to them. So if you live and work in North Sydney and you go to a hairdresser's in North Sydney, the majority of people that you know are in that area. Not all of them, not all of the time, but many of them are. So if you can check in, here's my haircut, or I'm at this particular place, then that helps a lot because they're connecting into the correct community. One thing to be careful of, sensorial, is running a competition on Facebook that's not relevant to that particular group. You don't want, if your hairdressing salon is in Queensland, having a whole bunch of people in Perth joining in because the prize is 2 tickets to the cinema that they can use anywhere in Australia. And that's happened quite a lot that I've noticed through these kind of Facebook pages, is that, I'm not saying Verve don't do this, I've just got you up on the screen, but I saw a plumber who was running a competition every Friday and collected around 1,500 women all going into the competition every Friday because they like competitions. And when one of them won the bucket, she popped her puppy in the bucket, took a photo, loaded it up to Facebook, and that got 10,000 likes, not one of them from a plumber. So, you know, great marketing, but not useful. Brilliant social media, but not into the plumbing community. So you have to make sure it's going to the right people at the right time. The 2 or 3 things that I recommend that people do on Facebook to increase their business. One is to move away from statements. So it has 25 to 34-year-olds as being your primary customer base. So that's an interesting statistic, by the way. Target in America asked behavioural statisticians to look at their database and determine what people that shop at Target might be pregnant. And they looked at about 20 markers. Pregnant women change their shampoo and conditioner because their hair changes. Of course, you already know that. And they eat more potassium, bananas, things like that. It's about 20 markers. They decided in their wisdom to send out a brochure to these pregnant people and say, now that you're pregnant, and then list all the things that they could buy. This man rang up and said, "Why are you sending now that you're pregnant brochures to me? I live here with my 15-year-old daughter." Target knew something before Daddy did, probably before she did as well. So this ability to use big data of millions of people and extrapolate out trends and then figure out where you're heading before you do is something that Facebook is looking to dominate in the future. By the way, it's one of the reasons why Google brought in Google+. Google+ is the competitor for Facebook, and Google did it because they could see where their revenue from ads would be going. Google has done it so well that they now have well over 500 million MAUs, monthly active users. Lots of cool information here and telling people what they'll get if they go to Verve TV. But if you try and put it in as a question, it encourages people to answer it. And here's the hook. When people answer a question on Facebook, it increases the FBO of that page, meaning it will get to more people. Remember, only 16% of updates that the customer could potentially see, they actually see. And there's a good chance they won't see the stuff on your page. It doesn't even show up. So one of the struggles, even with a great page, is you could have 400,000, 400 million fans, but if it doesn't come into their news feed, they don't get to see that there's an update, they don't interact with it, it doesn't work. By shifting a statement to a question, more people answer it. By the way, you know this personally. If somebody takes a photo of their lunch and puts it up online and goes, "Here's my lunch," the only comment they really get is, "Get a life." Yeah? Try it sometime, you'll see what I mean. If you were to say, "I'm in Bali, where should I go for lunch today?" everyone's got an opinion. And even if they don't have an opinion, the question they ask is, "What are you doing in Bali? How's Bali? Oh, I went to Bali last year." Everybody's got a personal experience about it. So if you shift your Facebook page away from being a statement into being a question, it can shift behaviours dramatically. I did this with a cosmetics company, and they received about 140% increase in interaction on their Facebook page. The third thing, which you're doing absolutely right, is to link out to other material. So any tips, photographs of great hair, any videos of how to do a hairstyle, be the magazine, not the ad, as if people were picking up, I don't know, No Idea or something. What do people read? I guess there must be hair magazines, but they're probably specifically for hairdressers. I'm thinking more like a fashion magazine. Be that. And then they'll interact more. It'll feel a lot less promotional to them. I'm not saying don't promote at all. I'm just saying make sure your stuff is weaved in with articles.